Yeah, it's a great event, I have to say. There is more than 5,000 people joining us for 2 days on a row. And if you walk around at the exhibition hall, there's a lot of vibe around low code and what partners are doing with Mendix, what customers are doing with Mendix. The idea of Mendix World is to bring really three different audiences together: people from the business, people from the IT, but also the developers that are actually making things. And that's, I think, a unique experience that we are bringing in the industry, to have such a mixed audience and get that vibe about what you can do with low code solutions. So for me, the highlights were basically, you could summarize it into three major themes. One is this whole idea of making with more, so unleashing developers to a larger pool of people. And we're bringing very purpose-built IDEs for doing that, as you've probably seen. The other is make at scale, so making sure that you can build large portfolios and also mission-critical systems with low code. And then the third one is make it smart, so all of the things that we do with mobile devices, but also connecting the physical and the digital world, looking at how, for example, Siemens and Mendix bring an IoT experience using low code as a development platform. And when it comes to this make it scale theme, I think the most fundamental announcement or innovation that we're bringing is this idea of the Mendix Data Hub, where we are really reinventing integration as we've known it so far. It will be very easy for developers that have no experience with integration technology to just leverage data that comes from other systems and use it in the application development on the Mendix platform. And I think that's a groundbreaking innovation that we're bringing. My personal highlight is actually looking at the keynote that Johan den Haan did earlier today, with all of the announcements shown in real action. So as a product person, nothing gets me more excited than seeing the product in action and showing that to such a large audience and getting an overwhelming positively response of the things that we are doing. So that's very rewarding. Obviously, if you deploy Mendix applications, there is an option to deploy it on the Mendix Cloud, which is a public cloud that we host on Amazon Web Services. But we see particularly larger customers asking for flexibility in where they put their workloads, and they may even have different policies for different types of workload. And to that extent, we are helping those customers to deploy wherever they want. So you have the option to run on Mendix Cloud. You can deploy on SAP Cloud Platform, for example, on IBM Cloud, and we're expanding the capability, leveraging Kubernetes and Docker containers for doing virtual private cloud deployments to Azure, to OpenShift, to AWS if you don't want to use the Mendix version of it, Google Cloud Platform. So whatever cloud you prefer, we will make sure it runs there, and we completely automate the experience of provisioning the cluster, provisioning the compute resources, so that your application runs seamlessly and can be operated from one single portal.